Hello and welcome once again to this month's episode of Ask Evan, the only Ask series on YouTube where you ask legitimate questions and I answer with terrible puns. Let's get started. Sweet waffles or potato waffles? Well, I don't think I've ever had potato waffles before, unless you're referring to waffle fries, which are amazing, but still don't beat a good old American diner-style, plate-sized Belgian waffle. Is your arm okay yet? Yes, after my cactus incident, my arm is feeling a lot better. Obviously, it just looks like I have very bad skin. I really hope it doesn't scar, but obviously I must have been brave to do it because I wasn't very spineless afterwards. Yeah. They're not even laughter anymore, it's just like wheezing. If your fairy lights and Dodie's fairy lights got in a battle, who would win? Well, obviously mine, because mine are fairy strong. Also, Dodie's are fat and bulbous, so... Do you listen to EDM? Evan's dank music? I listen to my dank music all the time, yep. What editing program do you use? If you're talking about videos, I edit all my videos exclusively in Final Cut Pro X. I edit all my photos in Camera Raw and Photoshop, and I edit my music in Logic Studio. I need to get back into editing more music. Have you watched Orange is the New Black? No, I haven't really had a chance to even look at it yet, so I don't even know what it's about, to be honest. Favorite TV show when you were younger? Kim Possible. 100% that was my favorite show. I didn't even have Disney Channel as a kid, but whenever I went to my grandma's house, she had it. So I'd be like, excuse me guys, get on turn the Disney Channel, Kim Possible's on. I always felt like I was the embodiment of Ron Stoppable. He was like my favorite. Also Rufus, because I mean, who doesn't love a naked mole rat? How long will you guys keep up with these stinking frog memes? I mean, for the love of God, it's Katy Perry mixed with a frog meme mixed with Dan's face. What? Why? Why? What's the worst thing about living with Dodie? Well, normally I'd say her long hair being left everywhere you can friggin' imagine. However, since she recently got a haircut, that's not been a problem. The more recent problem is the fact that she's never home. Even right now, I'm home alone. So living with Dodie is more like living with your ever-encroaching sense of loneliness. Thanks. Your opinion on tomatoes? That's a weird question, but for the most part, I don't really care for tomatoes. If they're on my hoagie, I'll eat them. If they're in my salad, I'll eat them. But if someone's like, have a bite of a nice, tasty tomato, but like, excuse, what the frick is wrong with you? Gross. Ew. It's like biting into acid. Why? Can you tell a bit more about the Copenhagen trip? Yes, July 4th and 5th, Dodie and I will be traveling all the way to Copenhagen, so if you live in the area, then mark your calendars, because we're gonna be there. Who cleans more, you or Dodie? One of the best things about living with Dodie is that she's as dirty/clean as me, where we both have strong ambitions to keep the flat very clean, and then we also never clean it. So we're in this constant struggle of, why is it so dirty? We have to clean it. Oh my gosh, it's dirty again, clean it. Oh, it's clean. Let's make it dirty. So we're both kind of equally dirty and clean. More merch? Well, if I did have more merch, you'd hear about it at Summer in the City this year. That's why they call it Summerch in the City. Why does England experience all 4 seasons in one day? I'm sorry, you're thinking of Melbourne. England is really not that bad. It experiences it all within like a month though, because I swear 2 weeks ago it was freezing in London, and now yesterday I couldn't even sleep because it was so friggin' hot in my room, and if you open the windows, the bugs come in, so it's friggin' why? Why can't I win and have one little thing? How old were you when you had your first kiss? I was about 3 weeks away from my 18th birthday, so it was pretty late in the game, but that's alright. Still kissed a lot after that. Actually, I think I can count the number of people I've kissed on 2 hands. I think it's like less than 10. Fine. Whatever. What? Chips or fries? Okay, I got in a really big debate about this with an American friend recently. The thing is, there's a big difference between chips and fries. You go to McDonald's, you get those little thin pieces of potato. That is a French fry. However, if you go to a pub and you get this big old potato wedge that you crack open, there's steam coming out, it's like, wow, this is a thick friggin' piece of potato. That is a chip, okay? It's a nice hearty chip. So there's a difference. However, if you talk about the bag of crisps, I have actually begun to call them crisps just because I think it makes more sense now. So if I go back to America, I'll probably be shot by some guy with a shotgun. He's like, no man, these are chips! It's alright, man, it's just food. Why is he fighting me over the name of a chip? Coca-Cola or Pepsi? I don't really like either of them. Like, if someone has that drink at a party and I have to drink one, I'll go for Pepsi, but for the most part, I'd rather just have water or something non-carbonated because I know how bad that is for my teeth. How heavy is your flow? It's a bloody inappropriate question. How messy is your room right now? Not gonna lie, I clean my room every Saturday just so when I film, you guys are like, wow, Evan's got a clean room. So because of you guys, I have a clean room every Saturday. Thank you. Make a pun about the object sitting directly to your left. Alright? Well, I was gonna make a good pun, but this just seems like a throwaway one. It was a throw. I can duvet better than that. Duvet better. That was way worse. 5 years ago, what do you think you'd be doing right now? I had no clue what I was going to be doing. For the most part, I thought I might be teaching because I was studying a degree in maths and I liked teaching people maths. I was good at tutoring, so I was like, I guess that's what I'll do. But I genuinely didn't really know. And look where I am now. I make puns on the internet, and I work in marketing. So basically, that's a testament that if you don't know what you're doing right now, that's okay. Things will work out and you'll end up making puns. Maybe. Take that as you will. What's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. Do you prefer to read the book or see the movie? I like reading the book first just because that way I can envision all the characters in my own mind using my imagination. And I don't know, I enjoy it a lot more. Whereas if I see the movie first, when I read the book, I automatically know the faces of every character and it's no longer what I'm gonna think. So it kind of takes that bit of enjoyment out of the book for me. What was your worst concert experience? I actually made a story about that about 2 years ago, so if you want to watch that, go ahead. It was a killer experience, you could say. Would you consider eating the leaves off a tree if you had branch dressing? I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just say no. What's your best character at Smash Bros? Yoshi, hands down. I'm untouchable in the workplace, I'm untouchable at the tournament that I went to 2 weeks ago, and if you think you can beat me while I'm playing Yoshi, I can tell you it's not gonna be over easy. Because I'm gonna be throwing eggs at you and raining my DMs flutter kicks, yeah. Ketchup or mayo? Ketchup, mayo. I like combining them. I don't know, it's like an orange color, but it's really nice to have with chips. How do I pass maths? Well, what I want you to do right now is set your maths book up to the right of you and just walk a little bit in front of it. And there you go. You've just passed maths. Well, that does it for this week's Ask Evan. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big like below and leave your questions for next week in the comments. And also, be sure to subscribe because I make new videos every Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. Goodbye. Why is he fighting me over the name of a chip? Sour cream and onion!